This is part 5 of the Fire Sanctuary, and right off the bat in this part, we're going to be getting the boss key for this dungeon.
And I kind of like the puzzle right here. Sometimes we don't always get a puzzle. It's like kind of really most of the time it's just find an enemy.
Yeah.
To get the big key or boss key. I don't know which one it is in this game.
Whatever it is.
They change it every single game, so
I know.
whichever one it is. But I kind of do like this little puzzle right here. Kind of easy, but you know.
I like how they really tie the underground area where you're touching these pads. Or whatever you call them,
that sounds good to me.
Or switches, buttons, whatever.
Yeah, that sounds cooler for us guys, though.
Yeah.
them pads, buttons, switches. I like switches. Sounds the best, I think.
Good point. But I like how they incorporate that to light up the torches on the upper level. Like you said, it isn't the most difficult puzzle in the world, but it is a pretty neat.
I do like that part right there, though. Like you think that's the next one you're going to hit when you hit that bomb right there, and you actually got to go around it and hit another one. So.
Yep, and I do like you actually make use of when you can look above ground. Or you can use when they show you that view right there, I should say.
You can't look above ground when you're down there, right?
I think if you can hold the button that brings up the overlay.
I think you're right. I think you can look above ground somehow.
But I can't remember what button it is on the Wiimote, but...
if we were playing right now, we could look, but we're not playing right now, so...
I would be sitting there hitting every button, dropping bombs on
What's this do? Oh, nope, that's a bad idea.
That was the Link kills himself button.
Red, that's a bomb right there. You just laid in underground, closed area.
Yeah, you might want to crawl the other direction in a hurry. What I did like a really nice touch was even though once you beat that puzzle or solve that puzzle successfully, it still unleashes this big underground whatever creature.
Moldorm. This is Moldorm.
Yeah, to come after you. And for some reason, when that very first happened, I was like, it felt like something out of Indiana Jones, where you pick up the treasure or whatever, and then everything goes down.
And then the real fight. Yeah, and then the real fight happens.
Yeah, so I thought that was a neat little touch that as soon as you did that, it sets
I just got tired of fighting this dude. Because this is like the 3rd or 4th time we fought him. It's just a pain. You can only sprint so much.
Yeah.
And he's always a little bit faster. It just takes a while, but you know.
And you kind of have to guess kind of which way he's going to turn.
Yeah, and I think maybe right here, I think I might or might not try to hit him backwards. I'm pretty sure it's right here coming up. Yeah, try to swing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think when I was getting there, I was just like, you know what? I don't think this is going to work.
Yeah.
But I'm going to try.
That was a nice 3-point turnaround you pulled there.
Yeah.
The underground.
What you got to do is you got to get his face to go past the rock to where he can see you, and then kind of go get him. And I got better as the dungeon went along, or at least I tell myself that.
I think you did. Like I said, when you have limited...
Thanks, Red. I appreciate that. Makes me feel good over here, man.
Trust me, how many times have I told you still did a heck of a lot better job than I did on some of this stuff?
And then everybody else that records videos do a heck of a lot better job than we do.
Most likely, yes, they do, from what we've seen.
We have to give ourselves confidence and raise our self-esteem and everything.
We need to.
We suck.
But we did finally get the big key, boss key. They call it the mysterious crystals. And what I thought was kind of a bit of a letdown was even when you read that plaque right there at the beginning of this part, it says that that's the king's treasure, and that's also the king's treasure like all the Mogmas were telling us about.
Is a key?
It just it seemed kind of like a
maybe there's something like we go to the boss room later on because Ghirahim start talking about the paintings.
Yeah,
that kind of indicates like a second game of time. So maybe that room right there. Maybe that room Maybe that room, the boss room, is where the real treasure is actually at. You gotta get the key to, That
makes a lot more sense than it being a stupid key.
yeah. I mean, so maybe you gotta get the key to get to the the ending part. I guess.
Maybe
the ending reward.
That would make a lot more sense.
First time all night, baby. All day, all week, all year.
Yeah, but and we've said this before in this game though. I did like how every big key or boss key is something different.
I just like how I actually got this one. It didn't take me a minute to get in there.
I struggle. I say this every dungeon. I struggle with those things.
Sorry. Sorry. I said over here. I was like, if he doesn't take it, I'm going to take it.
I was thinking about how much I hate these stupid doors, to be honest with you.
I do love how heavy they look and how they sound though.
Yes.
And I don't know if I've mentioned this the whole game or in our other videos, but I didn't even think about it till right now. Those doors sound awesome.
Yeah, and they're always so ornate too. They're always very decorated, very colorful. Big fan of that. It makes it feel like an important door.
Yeah, it really does. It really, you're really going into somewhere.
Now, I will say we're about to fight. I almost said
Ghirahim. Ghirahim.
Ghirahim for the. Is this only the second time we fight him?
Because we fought him in. Second time. So we fought him in the Skyview Temple.
That's correct. It's kind of funny. We fought him in the very first one, and we're kind of fighting him in the last of. I guess we'd call them the main 6 dungeons.
Now, there's some parts I like to fight him again, and some I don't. One part that I do like is that we get a better backstory on him throughout the game. But I did hate finding him here again. I thought this dungeon would have been just a lot better overall if they would just had a different boss.
Yeah, like another big, like, epic fire boss of some kind.
I mean, like, if you think about it, we got an upgrade to, like, a Mitts. You know, that's a crappy weapon.
Yeah.
And then we fight the same boss. Like, I think that really brought this dungeon down a lot, in my opinion.
It does. It's little things. Well, not really little things. Those are kind of big things. Yeah, just they kind of stick out as they kind of make you go, bleh.
Yeah. You know? I just don't like stuff getting repeated. Like, you all of a sudden in prison. One thing, I love Skyward Sword. I actually rank it very high in my Zelda games.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But it did suffer a lot from repetition. That really did hurt it.
It did. Between Ghirahim, the imprisoned, a few of the, you explore a few of the same areas a couple times. I agree with you there, but like you mentioned though, I do like the backstory that you do get with Ghirahim. And right now he's telling us about
the second gate of time.
The second gate of time.
Looking for that, which is in the sealed grounds, which we know about, and he's trying to find that out.
And he tries to make a deal with us for us to tell him where it is, because he said he couldn't even find a clue until he got into this room.
And I love, he has some great lines right here. I haven't been reading, so I'm not sure if he said them or not. But I know when he's talking about, like, your ears bleeding from the sounds of your own scream.
I'm like,
just
oh
some
my
awesome
God.
lines, man.
That's just so dark.
Yeah, it really
this is right here. He says, "Remember when I told you? I'll make your ears."
Oh yeah, here's what I'm talking about. That is
screams.
a great line. Like I said, I couldn't remember. I didn't know if they said it or not.
That is just classic.
And he says another one. Oh, I can't remember what it is. Like at the end, but
he's menacing.
Yeah,
he's very menacing.
He's very moody. He's upset obviously because he can't find a second gate of time to resurrect his demon king or whatever. But he's a little moody, a little grouchy.
Like, in this entire conversation too, he talks about like he was depressed and everything because he couldn't find a clue.
Yeah,
and then he found this.
I'd be depressed if I looked like that too.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know. I mean. It really did take me a while. When I first played this game, I really wasn't sure if he was a guy or a girl until it actually said that. Which Zelda actually goes along that line a lot with some of their characters, which I kind of like because it leaves it up for interpretation, I guess, of what kind of goes on in the game.
I will say I do think he disagrees with you about how he looks. Though he's sitting here talking about how beautiful he is right now. It was
he just needs some lotion. Like his body's cracked all over. I don't know why he just doesn't go.
He needs some moisturizer.
Some moisturizer would do perfect for this guy. Hopefully the Demon King has some of that moisturizer.
I don't know. Demon King, when we see him, doesn't look like the kind of guy who carries moisturizer.
With his hair on fire and everything, he's got to get dry skin all the time.
True. I will say, though, when he starts talking about how beautiful he is, it immediately made me think of Yuga.
Oh, yeah, good point.
Between Worlds. I thought that was a nice little tie-in. But anyway, this wraps up Part 5.